Hello everyone, welcome back to Humanities Zone. I am Indranil Gon, and as I have promised, from today I am gonna start with my explanatory videos. Today I am gonna take up The Tempest, that is the play written by William Shakespeare. Before starting with the play, let me tell you a few important facts about The Tempest. Number 1. It was the last complete play written by Shakespeare. Second, it is the third shortest play of Shakespeare as it contains 17,233 words. Do you want to know what is the shortest play written by Shakespeare? Third important fact. It is the only play of Shakespeare that has obeyed the Aristotle's law of play. What is that law? It says that a play should have an unity of action. That is, the entire play must have only one main plot with certain distractions. Number 2, unity of place. That is, the entire drama must take place at a single place, here which is the uninhabited island. And number 3, unity of time. That is, the play must take place within the duration of 24 hours or 1 day, which is seen in this play. And number 4, that is, the 7 moons, the planet Uranus, are named after the various characters of the play Tempest. They are Ariel, Miranda, Caliban, Sycorax, Prospero, Setebos, Stephano, Trinculo, Francisco, and Ferdinand. So these are the important facts about the play Tempest. So before starting, let me read out the dramatis personae, that is the characters of the play. Okay. So here you can see the dramatis personae. At first, the name is Alonso. Who is Alonso? He is the king of Naples. Ferdinand, who is Alonso's son and is the heir to the throne of Naples. Sebastian is the brother of Alonso. Prospero is the protagonist of the play. He is the rightful Duke of Milan. Antonio, who is Antonio? Antonio is his brother, who is the usurping Duke of Milan. Gonzalo, who is Gonzalo? Gonzalo is an honest old counselor of the king of Naples, that is Alonso. Adrian and Francisco are the lords. Trinculo is a jester. Stephano is a butler, drunken butler. Then there are the master of the ship, the boatswain, and the mariners. Caliban is a savage and deformed slave. Miranda, who is Miranda? Miranda is the daughter of Prospero. Ariel is an airy spirit. The rest spirits are Iris, Ceres, Juno, Nymphs, and Reapers. And one more character is there, that is Sycorax. Who is Sycorax? Sycorax is an evil witch who is the mother of Caliban. Okay, so these are the characters of the play. Now let me start today with the Act 1, Scene 1. At first we read the introduction. Act 1, Scene 1. The play opens with a shipwreck. The passengers are distinguished personalities. They include Alonso, the king of Naples, Sebastian, his brother, Antonio, the usurping Duke of Milan, Ferdinand, the son of Alonso, Gonzalo, an honest old counselor, and others. So these were the passengers of the ship. A furious storm is blowing together with the noise of thunder and lightning. There seems to be no hope of survival. Most of the passengers are screaming and shouting in desperation. The storm, representing chaos, violence, and disruption, gives the play its title. So here in the first scene only we will be witnessing the tempest. So where does this scene takes place? On board a ship, a storm with thunder lightning means this is taking place at the sea where a ship is struck in the tempest. Enter master and boatswain. Who is the master? Master is the person who is the commander of the ship. And boatswain is a petty official who is in the charge of the deck. Master. Boatswain. Master is calling boatswain. Boatswain. Here, master. What cheer? Here, master. Boatswain responds by saying, Here I am, master. What cheer? What cheer means, how are things going on? Master. Master is saying, good. Speak to the mariners. Fall to eat early, or we'll run ourselves aground. Bestir, bestir. Good. Here the master responds by saying good because by the expression of the boatswain he understood that he is very much alert. He orders him to talk to the mariners. Mariners refers to the sailors of the cruise. Fall to it early means be ready to carry out orders, or we run ourselves aground, or the ship will be driven into shallow waters. Bestir, bestir, hurry, hurry, get into your job, hurry, hurry. The master exits. Boatswain. Hey, my hearts, chilly, chilly, my hearts. Yere, yere. Take in the topsail. Tend to the master's whistle. Exit mariners. Blow till thy birds thy wind, if room enough. So the boatswain is telling to all his fellow mariners that, hey, my dear fellows, do quickly, quickly, do your orders. Hey, my dear fellows. Yare, yare. Yare means quickly, quickly. Take in the topsail. Means take control of the topsail. Tend to the master's whistle. Tend means to pay attention. Pay attention to the master's whistle. Blow. Then the mariners exit to carry out orders. Then the boatswain is addressing the storm. He is saying, blow till thou burst thy wind, if room enough. Means you can blow with as much intensity as you could, as long as we have the room enough. Means we have the scope to maneuver. Maneuver means to change the direction of the ship. Now enter Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Ferdinand, Gonzalo and others. So all the royal inmates of the ship are entering. Alonso, the king of the Naples, what is saying? He is saying, good boatswain. He is appreciating the boatswain for taking good care of the work he is doing. Have care, means be careful. Where is the master? He is asking where is the master of the ship. Play the man. What is the meaning? Alonso says to boatswain to show manly courage. Boatswain, being irritated, he said, I pray now, keep below. Means, I am praying to all of you, please go back to your cabins. Antonio, where is the master, boatswain? So he asked him, where is the master? The boatswain also get angry by that. He said, do you not hear him? You mar our labor. Keep your cabins. You do assist the storm. What did he say? Boatswain become irritated. He said, are you not able to understand what I am saying? You are destroying our labor. Mar means spoil or destroy. Keep your cabins. Go back to your cabins. You do assist the storm. That is, by interfering in our business, you are only helping the storm. Gonzalo is saying, nay, good, be patient. Bulje, no, we are not assisting the storm. Good, Bulje, be good and behave patiently with us. The boatswain says, when the sea is hence. What cares these rowers for the name of the king? To cabin, silence, trouble us not. The boatswain says that he will behave patiently with them when the sea becomes patient. That is, the storm ends. What cares these rowers? Means the wind. Means wow, what cares this rower for the name of the king? Means although the king is present here, it has no effect on the winds. They are blowing at a full speed. So, please do not disturb us. Go back to your cabin and sit there silently. Do not trouble us. Gonzalo. Good. Yet remember whom thou hast aboard. Gonzalo responds by saying, good. But keep it in mind that the king is in the ship. That is, the king is in the ship. The boatswain says, none than I more love than myself. You are a counselor. If you can command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, we will not hand a rope more. Use your authority. If you cannot, give thanks you have lived so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour, if it so hap. Cheerly, good hearts, out of our way, I say. The boatswain said that I love my life more than anything else, so I will definitely try to save myself as much as I can. He then becomes irritated, because they are all interfering in his business. He said, you are a counselor. That means you are a member of the royal council. He said, if you can command, that is the counselors always give commands. So he is telling to give command to the elements. Elements here refers to the storm, to silence. So give command that to the storm that to stop, and work the peace of the present, and create the peace that should be present when the king is present in the sea. We will not hand a rope more. That is, if you can stop the storm by commanding and create peace in the sea, we will quit our job and we will not do our duty anymore. Use your authority, means use your power if you can. If you cannot, give thanks you have lived so long, and make yourselves ready in the cabin for the mischance of the hour. What does it mean? It means that if you cannot, then do not interfere in our business. Instead, give us thanks that you have lived so long for the work I am doing, that is for all our safety. So if you are living till now, you should be thankful to us, and get ready in your cabins for the mischance of the hour. Mischance of the hour refers to the mishap of the time, that is death. If it happens, so get ready for your death. He starts addressing his mariners. He said, "Good hearts," means good fellow, "come on, out of our way," I said. Then he said to the inmates, "Get out of my sight, I say." Gonzalo, he's saying, "I hath great comfort from this fellow. Methink he hath no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate to his hanging. Make the rope of his destiny our cable, for our own doth little advantage. If he be not born to be hanged, our case is miserable." Suddenly, Gonzalo says that he is feeling comfortable with this fellow. He says that by looking at his face, that he thinks that he has no drowning mark upon him. That means he will not die by drowning. His complexion is perfect gallows, means he has a criminal-like face which is perfect for hanging. Stand first, good fate, to his hanging, means let fate keep his promise, keep the promise, and see that he is hanged, which will act as our good fate. Make the rope of his destiny our cable, for our own doth little advantage, means he said that let his hanging rope be our cable. Why he is saying like that? He is saying that if the mariner is destined to die by hanging, then he will not drown, and if the boatswain does not get drowned, they will also not drown. So he is saying that let his hanging rope be our cable, because the cable of the ship, that is our own doth little, it is of no advantage to us, that it will not save us. Only if destiny keeps his promise and he dies by hanging, we will only be saved. Then he says, if he be not born to be hanged, our case is miserable. He said that if he is not destined to be hanged, then our case is very much miserable. So here the exits, and now next. Again re-enter boatswain. "Down with the topmast, yea, lower, bring her to try with the main course." What does he say? Down the topmast means bring down the big sail. Yea means instantly, quickly, lower the topmast. Bring her to try with the main course. Take down all. What does this mean? It means to take down all the sails except the mainsail. Suddenly he hears a cry from the cabin, that is within. He says, "A plague upon this howler. They are louder than the weather or our office." He said, a plague. He is cursing them. He is saying that may a plague afflict to all the persons who are crying now here. They are louder than the weather. That means they are crying. The noise of their crying is much louder than the thunderstorms, and as well as the noise that they produced while carrying out orders. So it is disturbing him. Naturally he is cursing. Again re-enters Sebastian, Antonio, and Gonzalo. The boatswain is again irritated. He said, "Yet again? What do you here? Shall we give over and drown? Have you a mind to sink?" He says that yet again you have come. What are you doing here? Shall we give up working and drown? Do you all have decided that you will all going to sink? Sebastian saying, "A plague over your throat. You bawling, blasphemous, incharitable dog! He's saying that may a horrible disease afflict and disable your voices for shouting at us. You shouting, bawling means shouting, barking. Blasphemous means impious, means unreligious. Incharitable means unfeeling dog. The boatswain said, work you then? Means then do our work by yourself only. We are not doing our work anymore. Antonio is cursing. He's saying, hang, car, hang, you insolent noisemaker. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art. Means he's saying that hang, car, hang means get hanged, you dog, hang yourself. You are a disrespectful noisemaker. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art. Means we are less afraid to be drowned than facing and to your voices. Gonzalo, I will warrant him for drowning, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell. He said that I will warrant, mean guarantee. I will guarantee that he will not drown, though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell. He is comparing the ship here to a nutshell. The boatswain says, lay her a hold, set her 2 courses of the sea, lay her out. Lay her a hold means bring the ship close to the wind. Set her 2 courses, put up the foresail in addition to the mainsail. He have already told that put out the, he said only keep the mainsail. Now he is saying the foresail should also be added. Of the sea, off to the sea again, lay her off. Means head the ship out to the sea again. The mariners are entering now. They are all wet. The mariners is saying, all lost, to prayers, all lost. All lost means everything is lost. There is nothing left that we can try for. 2 prayers, they are saying that only prayers can now only save us. So please pray, all of us pray. All lost, everything is lost. Exit. Let's the next line. Boatswain, what? Must our mouths be cold? What that means what? That what? Should we drown and die? He's upset after the words that are told by the mariners. Gonzalo is saying the king and prince at prayers. Let's assist them, for our case is as theirs. He's saying that the king, that is Alonso, and prince means Ferdinand, they are praying. Let's go and accompany them, for we are suffering from the same case as the mariners are. That means we should now only have to pray so that we can survive. Sebastian saying, I am out of patience. He's saying that I cannot remain patientful anymore. Antonio in disgust saying, we are merely cheated of our lives by drunkards. This white-chapped rascal, would thou mightest lie drowning the washing of 10 tribes. He is saying that, alas, our life is destroyed by these drunkards. Here referring to the ship crew. This white-chapped rascal. Then again saying the boatswain are white-chapped means big mouth or big-jawed, white-jawed person. Wouldst thou lie drowning the washing of 10 dry? Means you should go and drown and get washed by 10 tides. So he is telling that he is such a sinful person that he should be washed by 10 tides. That is 7 tides more than the pirates. That means he is only insulting and saying bad words to the boatswain. Gonzalo, he will be hanged yet, though every drop of water swear against it and gape at widest to glut him. He is saying that I still believe that he will be hanged, although every drop of water in the sea is swearing against it and is opening his mouth as big as possible to gallop the sea or swallow the sea. A confused noise within. Mercy on us, we split, we split. Farewell my wife and children. Farewell brother, we split, we split. Exit the boatswain. So from inside a confused noise came out at that time that we split, farewell of our children. That means they are shouting. Now Antonio, what does Antonio say? Let's all sink with the king. Antonio is saying, okay, now let's go to our cabin and sink with the king. That we will sink with the king only. Sebastian saying, let's take leave of him. He's saying that let us take leave from the king. Okay, so he's saying that we will not sing, we will ask the king whether he could give us a leave so that we can jump in the sea and save our lives. Ex Antonio and Sebastian, that is, they exited. Now Gonzalo has one last speech. He says that, now would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren land. Means he is saying that he is now ready to exchange 1,000 furlongs. Furlongs means 220 years. That is 1,000 furlongs for an acre, only an acre of barren ground. That means he doesn't want to die in the sea. He wants to die in the land. Long heath refers to the thorny bushes. Brown furze means shrubs. Anything means he is ready for exchanging of a law of about 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground. May it be covered with bushes or shrubs, anything. But I would fain die a dry death. But I would rather die a dry death. So this scene is completed. In the next video, I am gonna give a critical appreciation and the character sketch of all the characters that are appeared in the play, and also summary. And then I will give certain question answers. So do check out that video. That will be coming very soon. Until then, goodbye. Thank you.